Hello everyone, I put together this video to help you transition from the Kenwood radio currently in your patrol car to the new Motorola radio. We hope to have all the Motorola radios installed by the end of June. So the first thing you want to do if the radio is off is to push a button in the lower left corner. That will power the radio up. Once the radio is turned on, you can adjust your volume with the knob in the upper left corner. You can adjust the brightness with the button with the light bulb on it. You can push the home button, which will go back one step from what you were doing, or if you hold it down for 2 seconds, it will take you to your primary channel of SO1 West. We're currently not using that channel. I'll explain a little bit more on that later, so I wouldn't recommend pushing that button until everyone's using this radio. In the upper right corner is your emergency activation button, which will send a tone to dispatch along with your vehicle number. The knob below that will rotate through the channels. The button below that will navigate through the menu items. So if you do nothing more than just turn this radio on and rotate the knob, it will act exactly as the Kenwood radio does in your vehicle right now. If you notice that it says Zone C and it has old in parentheses, that's because we're currently using this one until we get all the vehicles outfitted. At that time, we're going to go over and we're going to use Zone A. To get to the different zones, you just use the Zone Up button in the lower left corner of the screen. And you'll notice there's Zone A, Zone B, C, and D. Eventually, Zone A will be our primary zone. You notice it says SO1 West. It also has SO1 East, SO1 Central. In the future, we're going to be combining SO1 and SO2 together and making that into one channel. If you're in the west side of the county, you'll be working off Mount Oso on SO1 West. If you're on the east side of the county, you're going to be working off SO1 East, off of Fowler Peak. And if you're downtown, you're going to be off SO1 Central, which is the Stanislaus County 800 trunk system. No matter which system you talk on, everyone will be able to hear you. It's just going to be one channel, just basically 3 ways to get there. And what's currently SO3 in the future will become SO2 for your 28s and 29s. Also, when we get to Zone A, you'll be able to talk to Oakdale, Newman, some interop, courts, and other county channels, has fire dispatch and Merced. You're also going to be able to talk to Modesto PD 1, 2, and 3. Currently those channels are active and you could access them if you needed to. You'll also be able to talk to Ceres PD 1 and 2 as well as Turlock PD 1 and 2. Those 2 agencies though have not updated their equipment yet, so that you are not able to talk to them unless you request that they patch their old system over to the new one, which could be done if necessary. Next to the zone button, well, I'll just go through the zones for you first. So from Zone A, which will be our primary, you can go to Zone B, which contains nation and statewide interop channels in case you get sent out of the area and need a common TAC channel to communicate with another agency. You can choose one of those. Zone C, like I explained, is our old system, exactly what's in your Kenwood radio now. So if you do nothing more than just turn this thing on and dial it up just like your Kenwood radio, it will act the same. Next zone contain the agencies in our mutual aid region 10, which starts at Yolo and goes down to Mariposa County. There should be an operating channel for each county. And after that, you'll see many of them have an additional name, Double Dome, West Sonora, indicating that that's a different mountaintop. Depending on where in that county you're at, you may need to switch to a different mountain in order to communicate correctly. You can also change the color of your display by pushing the color button and just rotate through the colors. and hit the home button to go back. The monitor feature you probably won't use much, but it will just basically turn off your tone squelch if you need to communicate with an agency that has the same frequency that you're using but a different tone code. You can pick and choose 15 different channels to put in a scan list. Doesn't matter whether it's from zone A, B, C, or D. You can pick up to 15. However, you cannot scan a trunked radio system. So no Modesto PD, no Turlock PD, no Series PD. We're in the process of getting digital scanners for the patrol cars in order to scan those systems. But if you do want to make a scan list of your own, 15 channels, just rotate to whatever channel it is that you want in your list. Push the select button, and you'll notice up here is the little scan symbol and the green light indicating that that's now in your list. Just rotate that up to 15 times, select it, go to the next one, and then when you're done, just hit home. Scan on will activate the scan. Keep in mind you have to have your microphone hung up on the clip in order for the radio to scan. It has to be grounded or else it will not scan. It will revert to whatever channel you have the dial set to. You'll notice that these have a fairly large antenna on them. It's a 4-band radio antenna on all the patrol cars now for this particular radio, since it operates on 4 different bands, so that antenna needs to stay with it. Don't take it off and switch it or have anyone else do it for you, because it needs to have that particular antenna. If you have any questions, you can always email or call me. Hope this helps. Thank you.